how to get a man to ask you out on a date if you've been messaging online. I want you to have more success in dating online, and part of it, a big part of it, is the messaging part. So I'm going to talk about a few basic principles, and then I'm going to share some really fun messages that you can send if you want to get off messaging and onto a phone call, onto a date. So the first thing I want you to remember is act like a human being. Don't act like a robot. Don't act like weird, like you don't know what to say and you're overthinking it. Just try to have a little empathy, and if somebody wrote something in their profile and you liked it, let them know. It really helps to pay them a compliment. The way that you are liked and memorable and somebody's attracted to you is by giving compliments, by letting a person know what you liked about them. You could say something like, "You seem to be one of the few people on here who fill in the blank. He values deep conversations. That means something to me." So I'll say that. Wow, it's so refreshing to see somebody on here who likes deep conversations. Now, let's say you started a conversation, he picked up the bait, he's now exchanging a little bit of a conversation here, but he doesn't ask you questions. So remember to always ask a question. Asking a question, men are very linear. If you don't ask a question or you just say, "Nice profile," you'll probably not hear from him. What's your favorite place to get ice cream? I don't know, something simple. We're not interrogating here. We're just asking something simple to get a conversation going. And then there's a few ways to let a man know that you want to meet him in person. One is, "I can only tell you that over a drink or over coffee." Or you can say, "Remind me to tell you this story about fill in the blank, but it's so much better told in person." So you're letting a man know you would love to talk to him more. Not on this site. This is a story that only is good in person. One way to get to the in-person is, "It's been great talking to you. Let me know if you'd like to meet up." Or, "Hey, I'm really busy at work this week and it's hard for me to log on to the sites." Like on Tinder and Bumble, you have to log in and make sure your location is on. It's kind of a pain, and most of these things don't give you notifications if somebody actually messaged you. So you have to log in and see, did he answer, didn't he answer? It's a pain in the neck. You want to get off the site. So you can say, "I'm busy at work," or "I don't log into Tinder very often," or Bumble very often. So how do you feel about moving to a phone call? And you leave it to him to let you know. One really flirty way to get him to ask for your number is to say, "Hey, by the way, you can ask me out anytime now," or "You can ask me for my number anytime now." So with a little smiley face. So let's talk about the smiley faces. It's nice to add an emoji, not a lot of them, but add one or two little emojis to give a little tone to your messaging. If you are saying it's so much better told in person, you could do a little winky face, right? And "I can only tell you that over a drink," you could put a little drink emoji or a little coffee emoji. You want to be playful, but you also want to be assertive and ask for what you want. If you're stuck in messaging hell on online dating apps or an online dating site, ask for what you want, but do it in a playful way, and you are going to get much better results from the men that you've been messaging.